Weep Grana Weepinimong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today we're going to be checking a look at Transformers Kingdom, the third installment and final installment of the War for Cybertron Netflix trilogy. So yeah, I've literally just finished watching it, and yeah, it was all right. It was all right. Was it better than Earthrise? Yeah, probably better than Earthrise. I think the pacing on it, I would say, definitely the pacing on it was better than Earthrise. So if you don't know how we got here, then this is the third installment, like I said, of the War for Cybertron trilogy. We started off with Siege, we moved into Earthrise, and now we slid our way into Kingdom. So Siege saw most of the bots on Cybertron, where they're having some problems, and then Prime booted the Allspark off into space. Earthrise was all about trying to find the Allspark and then finding out actually it's on a little planet, and they went through dead space, and then they actually got to this planet, and here they are on the planet now where they believe the Allspark is. So straight off the bat, I am going to go into spoilers. I'm not going to do a spoiler-free review. I am just going to go straight into spoilers here. And basically, it kicks off straight away with them landing on the planet, on this planet, and straight away, they just happen to land right next to where all of the Maximals are. So, very quickly, we get into the action and we start to see Maximals. And let's just get into the animation here. First of all, yeah, as I thought from my previous rantings about this, I guess, is that the bots look fine. As always, the bots look okay. I would say the animation hasn't improved or decreased since Siege. It's been okay. But when we see the animals, the beasts in their beast mode, for me this is where the animation really takes an absolute nosedive, to the point where you start to think a little bit, is it like Cocomelon or whatever it's called? Something really is off, not great, especially Air Razor here just looks bad. I mean, don't try and do feathers when you're trying to do the animation that's like this. I don't get it. Luckily, I would say they don't transform, as we already know. People don't transform in Transformers. I don't, not much anyway, not in these ones. The beasts don't transform all that much, but yeah, the beasts did not look great in their beast form. Air Razor and probably Cheetor and yeah. Just no. Even Barney probably looks the best, actually. Megatron Purple Barney probably actually looks the best out of all the beasts in its beast mode. And then let's talk about the voice acting. The voice acting, as always, Megatron, let's say the Cybertronian version, not the Beast Wars version of Megatron. Megatron's voice acting, again, steals the show. Closely actually followed by Starscream, as always, as I say on this, and then Black Arachnia. I really enjoyed the person who was doing Black Arachnia's voice. I thought that was really great, and she shared a lot of scenes with Starscream, which maybe helped a little bit, but everybody else's voice acting is fairly slow, not great. Soundwave obviously still has that awful thing going on with his voice. Actually, Optimus Primal, now I think about it, his voice wasn't too bad, but a lot of them seem to have this thing that they all now do, which is pause for effect on every sentence. If I did the whole video like this, I could probably drag it on for around 20 minutes. You know, it's like I kept feeling like, especially Air Razor at one point, I was just like, just finish your sentence. Just come on, just finish your sentence. Stop, just finish it. Ah! You're really getting frustrated. You know, each episode's 25 minutes ish. Probably would have been 15 minutes if each one would have actually spoke at a normal pace. So yeah, the voice acting was not ideal. Megatron, purple Barney dinosaur Megatron, was a really irritating voice. I did not like the voice of that guy, and also the characters. So if we move a little bit on to the characters now, the new ones that came into it, I'm not going to cover the old ones because I've covered those in the other ones, and Prime is still annoying as all hell all the way through this. I actually didn't mind Primal. I thought that Primal as a character was pretty good, actually. He was okay. I think I liked him probably better than I do Optimus Prime in most of these ones. But Megatron, Purple Barney Megatron, oh good lord, he's just a Megatron stan. That's all he is. Megatron stan all day long. Not that great. You know, he did not impress me that much as a character. I did like Dinobot as a character. I actually liked some of the beasts a little bit more than I thought I would, but it was still a very strange addition to have the kind of flesh forming beasts in it. They came from the future and they came back, but yeah, I think Dinobot definitely probably the strongest out of all the new characters, but I didn't mind all of them as they went through. Just Purple Barney Dinosaur Robot Megatron was, yeah, he was a little bit stanny, a little bit boring. Plot of this, I mean, you could just call it, you know, Transformers MacGuffins to drive a plot, basically. There is so many MacGuffins going on in this program. It is unbelievable. You know, there was one MacGuffin in the first season, maybe two MacGuffins in the second season, three MacGuffins in this season. Yeah, it was it was MacGuffin City, right? So yeah, I mean, okay, the golden disc was pretty cool, sounding like Megatron coming from the future and telling him what to do and how to do, and I think that was actually used better than maybe the Allspark, and certainly that the Matrix has been all the way through this. I actually liked the way that Megatron's own kind of I like stubbornness stopped him from listening to the whole tape. I listened to everything I need to listen to, but then Starscream listened to more of it and realized that, oh my god, he's trying to send a real message here of unity and stuff like this, but Megatron was just too stubborn to listen to the whole thing, assuming that he just knew it all. That was the most clever thing of the whole program. I really enjoyed that. I liked seeing Starscream play that role, who's usually the treacherous one, who was now actually screaming all hell, no, we need unity. I'm not tricking anyone because the big bad Unicron is controlling everything. I quite liked that as a plot twist. I wish we'd have seen more in depth about that. I know that we got a taste. It was like the last couple of episodes, like the last hour or so, were really just a taste. I hope that they carry this on. I know he said about time travel and the reset and all of this, and that was actually quite interesting. It just took quite a while to get to where it was interesting for me from a plot point of view. I think the plot was okay. It felt a little bit like an acid trip, certainly visually. When you speak about the way that it came across on screen, there were parts of it where there's just a lot of shining light and hallucinations, and it was a bit acid trippy in parts, but yeah, I think the plot was okay. If you watch it all from start to finish, which I actually fully intend to do now, instead of watching it in parts, I think I am going to sit down and watch the whole thing together to see how well it all hangs together, because it had a feeling that was from a different program. I know it has all gone through. I don't know why, but this almost had a different tone to it. I don't know. There were some pretty cool, nice callbacks, as there always is with these Transformers things, to other Transformers episodes where you could see that they were trying to use a little bit of dialogue, or this was happening. You saw Megatron getting transformed into Galvatron, although they didn't show the reformatting piece. So there was some nice callbacks. Also a callback to almost the Ghost of Starscream when they were making him invisible. So that was quite a nice callback. There are probably plenty of Beast Wars callbacks in there that I've missed. Please let me know them down in the comments, because I'm not as much a Beast Wars aficionado as I am some other things. But yeah, there was some nice callbacks, as there always is with these things, which are just nice nostalgic little hugs that you get all the way through it. So the highlights for me on this one were definitely the little side quest bits with Black Arachnia and Starscream. The whole idea that Unicron was this puppet master kind of guiding everything through, that was awesome. We got to see Nemesis Prime that wasn't just a flashback. That was pretty good as well. And I wish they got more in depth and just got to that and given that a bit more pace. Also, I definitely think that just the and probably a big high point for me on this one is the pace. My biggest criticism of Earthrise was the pace was so fast. There was so much going on. You meet someone, then they chop all their faces off. Then you do this and then this, and you're like, wow. And you're bouncing around all over the place. I think there was a little bit of that here. Certainly Dino's turnaround felt quick. There was no build up to it. So when it happened, you were like, alright, that's happened. But overall, I think because it took place on 2 planets maximum, it really helped the pace and we're really able to focus in on the relationships a little bit between them. And of course, the big high point, seeing that Arc Titan, Teletran, seeing it become a big bad boy, big bad orange boy, even if it was for a small time. It was definitely cool to see a new bot on the TV, looking cool, doing some cool stuff. Really nice. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments, and also let me know your thoughts on the whole series together. I think for me, I need to watch it all back to back before I can comment on whether or not the whole thing has been, or whether the whole thing hangs together well and nicely. I definitely need to go back, but I would definitely be intrigued to know your thoughts down in the comments on the whole series. If you're new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!